Hey everybody, and welcome to my 15 minutes live. So I don't know how many of you remember wax on, wax off. So I've been thinking about that, and it really brought some happy moments, some happy memories back. And I think the Karate Kid to many of us was really an iconic movie and a movie that we learned so much from. Most of us were very young at the time when the Karate Kid was airing, and I think the lessons in Karate Kid, I don't know for how many of you all, but for me personally, the lessons of the Karate Kid is stuck right through my life. And probably at the time when I was watching the movie and enjoying the movie, it wasn't only entertaining. Well, at the time it was entertaining, but without knowing it, there's so many life lessons in the Karate Kid, and life lessons that probably all of us have employed in our life. And if you don't know the Karate Kid and you've never watched the Karate Kid, I really feel sorry for you. But it's not all lost. You can go and you can go watch the Karate Kid, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. But some of the stuff that really symbolizes what happens in the movie. So Mr. Miyagi says to Daniel's son, and he says, Daniel's son, you wash the cars, and after you wash the cars, you wax on and wax off, and wax on, wax off symbolizes so many things. And I mean it could be, it could mean different things to different people, or to each it could mean something different. And then he says, Daniel son, you paint the fence, all the fence, you paint all the fence, and with the brush stroke, up down, up down. And if you really think about it, right, wax on, wax off. Wax on means, probably in my life, it means taking on new challenges. It means taking on new things, making space for new things into your life. It's like waxing on new things into your life, or into my life. And to bring on new things and exciting things, you need to be open to accept new things into your life. You need to be open to go where life leads you. Sometimes we get stuck, or in the situation that we are, and we just stay there. So we never wax on. We never bring about the new things. We never open ourselves up to new things. We become too comfortable and too complacent. And without new things, you basically cannot grow. There's no way of your life growing if you don't accept new things, if you don't wax on into your life. And wax off is getting rid of the old things, getting rid of the things that bothers you. It's getting rid of the things that bogs you down, and the things that hold you back. If there's anything in your life that's holding you back, you need to wax it off, right? So that wax on, and you can possibly personalize it. You can personalize it yourself, and paint the fence, up, down, paint. That can be a symbol for something in your life. And it doesn't have to be one thing. You can apply it to various things in your life. Today, wax on, wax off could mean something today. Tomorrow it could mean something different. But the only thing is, you need to apply it in your life, so that you can get rid of the old things in life, and then you can make room for new growth and learning new things. And that's how life is. You need to continuously do new things. So the change between wax on and wax off, there's a switch. Wax on, wax off. There's a switch. And a switch is necessary in our lives. If you don't make that switch, if you're not brave enough to make that switch, then you're going to be stuck where you are. So you need to be brave enough to say, I'm going to flip the switch. I'm going to go from on to off. And I'm going to make a 360. I'm going to make a change. And a friend of mine that I used to work with, still a very close friend of mine, he always used to say, change is as good as a holiday. And I never used to understand it, but now I know what he means. Change is as good as a holiday. And I promise you, just like with me, making a change is just as good as a holiday. I'm not going to expand on that. You can probably figure it out to yourself. Change is as good as a holiday. Now, wax on, wax off, paint the fence, sand the floor. I also see this as preparation in life. It is preparing for what might come. It is like an exercise. It is a preparation. It sets you up. It is things that you do early in your life, things that you have put in place early in your life so that you can benefit from it at a later stage. And yes, wax on, wax off, paint the fence, sand the floor. These are all tasks. It's hard work, right? And nothing in life comes without sacrifice. You have to make the sacrifice. You have to work the land. He who toils will benefit. So it takes effort. It takes time. It takes energy. It takes dedication. You have to work the land if you want to benefit from the land. And that's a principle in life. What you give unto life is what you will receive back. You have to work the land. You have to make the effort. You have to make the sacrifice. And I think I've said it in previous videos that if you want to achieve something, nothing in life comes easy. Everything takes sacrifice. Now, one thing that I've learned in life is you can never have it all in life. It is impossible for you to have it all. But if you want to have little, or you want to have few, or you want to have the things that are important to you, you have to sacrifice everything else, because you can't have it all. It's impossible for you to have it all. So you have to sacrifice on other things. And you can choose you want this, and then you have to sacrifice this. Or you can choose you want this, but you have to sacrifice on this. Everything you want to achieve in life takes sacrifice. Now, wax on, wax off also says that everything in life has an opposite. Now, I've been thinking about this also. And it's true. Everything in life has an opposite. You have good and you have bad. You have light and you have darkness. And it seems like everything comes down to a good or bad situation. Light, darkness. Day, night. You know, it's like the two are on opposite fences, right? And everything, it seems like everything has a opposite. Rich and poor. You have everything, you have nothing. Positive, negative. Hot, cold. You have true and you have false. It's like everything has an opposite. And I don't know if the one side is always a good and the other side is a bad. Well, if you look at positive and negative, I don't know if negative can be a good thing at times. I don't know. You know, I don't know if happiness and sadness, if sadness could be a good thing at times. I don't know. I don't know. But it just seems like there's a good side and there's a bad side. Okay, and this is how the universe is made. It's like, and I don't know why must there always be two sides. Why must there be a opposite? I don't know why. There's probably it exists, and there's probably good reason why it exists within this universe. And I can imagine if there was only one side, how great would life would just be great, because then we just have all the good and the positives, and there would be no negative. And I was thinking, why is there an opposite to everything in life? Why is there an opposite? And I could probably only think of one reason, or I could just resolve this with one reason why there is a opposite to everything else. And that is because of choice. That's the only reason. It's because we have choice. Now, in the movie also, Mr. Miyagi says to Daniel's son, and he says, Daniel's son, you either walk on the right side of the road or you walk on the left side of the road, right? You can't walk in the middle of the road, because if you walk in the middle of the road, sooner or later you will be squashed like a grape. So you either do karate or you don't do karate, but you can't be in the middle. If you're in the middle, you get squashed. And yeah, so walking on the right side or walking on the left side of the road, once again, it comes down to choice, right? And there's no middle ground. Either you walk on the right or you walk on the left. Either you do something or you don't do it. If you're gonna do it half and half, it's bound to be a failure. You need to make a choice, right? And now I was trying to unpack a choice. And a choice basically comes down to a decision, right? You have to make a decision, right? And for you to make a decision, you have to analyze the situation, you have to analyze the problem, or it involves some kind of analysis, right? And like in the Matrix, Neo is presented with a choice. You either take the red pill, and the red pill will reveal to you the truth about life in the Matrix. And the red pill would present you with the truth in the Matrix. And the blue pill will just take you back to where you are, and you will never learn the truth. Once again, Neo had to make a choice, right? Either walk on the right side of the road or you walk on the left side of the road. Now, making a choice comes with judgment. You have to make a judgment. You have to look at a situation and you have to make a judgment, right? You have to evaluate the options before making a decision. There's options, you have various options, you have to evaluate the options. And when you evaluate these options, you evaluate them based on their merit. Okay, so we have intelligence, right? And we have the ability to do this. Sometimes all this happens in the subconscious. We don't really even have to think about it. It just happens it just happens, right? Because our brains can process without us having to tune into it, right? So you make a judgment, and many times we make a decision. We walk and we face with a fork, and automatically we make a decision to go left or to go right on the road. But that left or right is based on a judgment, it's based on merit, it's a decision, it's a calculated decision. Whether you're aware of it or not, you made a decision and you were processing the situation, right? And eventually it comes down to making a selection. You make a selection. Now, making a selection brings me to another important part of life. And it all goes back to choice, evaluating, making a selection, but it ultimately comes down to control, right? Us being in control of our own lives, right? And if we unpack control, control is a power that we have. We have a power, and that power we have is over our own lives, and it's a power we have over a situation, right? And this is really powerful, people, because it speaks about your ability as a human being, as a person, and the level of control and power you have over your situations, and the control and power you have over how your life will turn out. The power to influence your situation, the power to influence your surroundings and your situation, the power to direct your life, and the power to direct your outcome. All that is within you, right? So if I now take all this wax on and wax off into perspective, it kind of comes back to you making decisions and you directing your life and your situation, right? And you being in control of your life. And it comes back to with whatever your life is right now, or whatever you want your life to be, is that you have the choice, you have the power, you make the selection, and you determine what your life would be. And wherever you are right now is because of you had made that choice, you had influenced your situation, you have directed your situation to where you are now. And if you want to be different, take control, influence your space, influence your life so that you can be where you want to be. That is my 15 minutes live. Thank you for watching and goodbye. The timer never started, but thank you for watching and goodbye.